When you give a person some responsibility, you give them an opportunity and give them a voice to chime in and help make those decisions, you're going to get somebody that's going to be all in. Why? Because now who they are is on the line. Why? Because they have a voice. They've made a comment. They've added their 2 cents. People that get ownership tend to take it more serious. So as a young leader, you can't be afraid to give your people the opportunity to have some responsibility. When I had team captains on my Super Bowl team in Carolina, it was amazing how those guys took the lead, how they accepted the responsibility, okay, how they held their teammates accountable. That was an amazing thing. In fact, one of my captains, Ryan Khalil, our center from USC, All-Pro, 2015, we're 10-0, we're getting ready to play our next game. And one of my players was not in the meeting, he was late. And so as I'm doing my presentation that morning in our opening meeting, I'm talking about what we're going to do, but I'm kind of, I'm agitated. And Ryan felt it. So I finished the meeting, I walk out, go into the locker room, and I stand by that player's locker because I know he's on his way. So Ryan comes up to me and says, "Coach, I got this." I said, he said, "No, Coach, I'll take care of it. I promise you." I said, "Okay." So as we were talking, in walks the player. Ryan goes over to the player, and he has some pretty good words with him. He was very animated. He's got his hands up. He's raising, he's pointing, he's talking. And then he turns and walks away. Well, the player looks over. He sees me, so he comes over to me and says, "Coach, you can't let him do that." I said, "Look, Josh, it's too late. It's already been done." And I walked away. And as I'm walking away, I'm thinking, what did Ryan say? So I go and I find Ryan and said, "Ryan, what did you say to him?" He said, "Coach, I told him," I said, "Look, I told Coach not to fine you this time. I told him that I promise you will not be late again this year, and that if you are, that he should fine me." And so as I started to walk away, I turned back and I said to him, I said, "Josh, if Coach fines me because of you, my wife's going to come kick your butt." And the thing that was interesting about it was the realization that he was holding his teammate accountable, but also he was being responsible for his teammate. And that's when I really felt good about who we were as a football team, when I knew we had every opportunity to get to the Super Bowl, because our players were buying in and they were also taking responsibility. That was one of the best lessons I learned early on as a coach, and I was able to share it with my players to the point where guys were doing things like that. They were taking care of each other and being responsible for one another.